everybody. Wanted to talk about supplies because if you are like all my friends that have been asking, how are you going to teach art digitally? Here is your answer. We're going to mostly do things digitally. However, you might have some art supplies laying around your house even if you don't realize it. I've attached here a document that says possible art supplies. Notice the word possible. That does not mean this is expected. That does not mean go out and buy everything on this list. This just means if you have any of these things on this list, then you're set. So if you have at least 3 of these things, you should be good. All right? So first column is traditional art supplies. These are art supplies you've probably seen in our art room at Ramsey, right? Watercolor, tempera, pencils, pens, charcoal, pastels, clay, canvas, wood sculpture stuff, printmaking, color pencils, markers, maybe even some fiber art stuff, fabric, things like that. Those are things that we used to have access to. Unfortunately, with these weird times, we might not have these at our house, and that's totally okay. The next column says house art supplies. These are things you might find in your home, and they might not be considered conventional art supplies, but they are things that will work. So if you don't have paper, a good substitute for paper would be a cardboard box, the inside of a cereal or food box. Like let's say you have some granola bars that you're done with, cut it out, make a nice little square, and there you go, you have a room to sketch on. You might also use the back side of a label from a can. Let's say you had some soup for lunch. Take off the label before you get it all messy with the food, and then usually inside the label is a nice white space that you could color on. You might get a lot of junk mail. I know I do, and might as well transform that into art. You might have things like envelopes, napkins, whiteboards, chalkboards, newspaper, magazine. You could also make sketches with Legos and things that aren't conventional or Play-Doh. Sticks, rocks, things outside, leaves, grass, whatever you have, straws, silverware, shaving gel, toothpaste, and you could also use tea or coffee as like a watercolor substance. So, and there's more on this list. I'm not going to go over anything, but you probably already have house art supplies that you don't know about, if you talk to your family, you probably got most of these in your house. And then the last column is digital media apps. There's only 3 apps I really want you to get. The first one that's going to be most important is Stop Motion Studios. And we've used this before for our stop motion project. We're going to do a different kind of stop motion. It looks like this, the icon. You need to download that for sure right away. I also really would like you to download Autodesk Sketchbook or Paper 53. Both of those are my favorite drawing apps. And if you don't have paper art supplies, you can do a lot of really cool stuff like Paper 53. Let me pull it up. It kind of looks like this. You click whatever, and you can draw your stuff right on there. I need to see what I'm doing. I'll get better at this kind of stuff. So you have all these different tools and colors that you can use, and you can sketch your daily sketches on your iPad if you want. I prefer sometimes to sketch on paper or cardboard, so whatever you have around your house is going to be fine to do your daily sketch. You could even do your daily sketch with Play-Doh. I really just want to see that you're making art. So that's just a little bit about the possible art supplies. Let me know if you have any questions about that. If you don't think you have things on this list, let me know. But like I said, if you have your iPad, then you're set. You don't really need anything on this list as long as you have that. And if you're like me and you prefer paper, and that's fine as well. So we'll see you soon.